Beautiful day, beautiful learners of English language. It's high time we had our class for today. I believe you are cool. Wow, that's excellent and commendable. Highly appreciated. However, I am not that cool as you are. Do you want to know why? It is because you did not submit your response to the previous task. After sending that clip to you, I got notifications that many of you received the clip on practical approach to summary writing. I summarized the first two sentences out of six, and I expected you to summarize the remaining four and forward your response to me. Unfortunately, none of you that received the clip submitted. Is that good? Well, I know you are good learners, and I am fully convinced that before long you will submit your response to that task and the one that may be accompanying what we have today. Today, we are still going to the aspect of reading comprehension, and the topic we are going to focus our attention on is differentiating main ideas from supporting details in a prose passage. How to differentiate main and supporting ideas in the prose passage. For you to understand the passage better, you need to know exactly what is in the passage. What is the purpose for writing a passage? What does the writer want me to take home from it? And how is he able to convince me to take home what he wants me to take home? Wow, you think is something very difficult? Far from it. So, for you to pay attention to what we are talking about here, we need to focus attention on the screen now. You can see there are three guys, one at the top. It could be that he's trying to fix a bulb, to do something up there, or to ensure that someone had anything at all. For him to be doing that, he needs support from others. You can see there's a middleman and there's a one between. So how is it possible for that man at the top to accomplish his task if not for the support of others? Is it possible? Certainly not. That is why we call that conspicuous fellow, that guy who is at the top, the main idea, because it is the one that is conspicuous, very noticeable. But there are others who are working behind the scene. They are supporting details. They help the main idea to achieve a purpose. So if I may ask you, which of the following is not a supporting detail? Is it a summary of a text or an explanation of the reasons why a particular expression is a fact? Take a pause for a while. Hmm, have you got it? Wow. Remember we say which is not a supporting detail. So option A that you chose is actually the correct answer. A summary of the text is a main idea, not a supporting detail. But the explanation of the reasons why something is true is the supporting detail. Without much ado, we want to focus our attention on why distinguishing main ideas from supporting details is very important. Let us look at a tabletop, for example. This tabletop can carry a lot of loads that you put on the giant sail. Good. It is one that is noticeable, so it is the main idea. And that is why we say it is that the main idea is the most important point of a text. Every reader that reads word determines the main idea by looking for details in the text. So what are the details to this tabletop? You want to find out? Study the table very well. Why? is the table able to stand, or how is it able to stand and carry its load? Oh no, it's actually the legs. You can see we have four legs on this other image. These four legs make the table to stand firm. They are the support of the table. Thus, we say they are supporting details. So these details describe or explain the main idea of a test. They give reasons, examples, figures, modus operandi. So these details are very important to the test. Why? It is because they support the main idea. So, supporting details help you to understand two key points. One, it helps you to understand why you are reading the text, and two, it gives you the reasons for the writer's purpose. If I may ask now, how do you distinguish main ideas from supporting details? Remember, we just made mention of writer's purpose. You should be able to identify the purpose of the writer. Is the message meant to inform? Is it meant to persuade? Is it to entertain? Once you are able to determine the purpose of the writer, you will be able to differentiate the main idea from supporting details. Pay particular attention to the first sentence of each paragraph because this is usually the topic sentence. The topic sentence, as we have learned in previous classes, is the sentence that harbors the main point. It is from this sentence every other sentence from the paragraph is drawn. But you will not be able to get a full comprehension of the topic sentence if there are no supporting details. Remember, I said pay attention to the first sentence. Let me remind you that professional writers do not always put their first sentence as a topic sentence. The topic sentence can be found somewhere in the paragraph. It could be at the end or somewhere else. So watch out for the particular sentence that summarizes the key points in a paragraph. What have we learned so far? We have learned that to identify main points from supporting details, we will find out the key word because the key word is one that is very, very noticeable. That is one that we can easily see that carries the weight. But there are those who are working behind the scene to give it light. And that is why we said that you should find out the purpose of the writer and the details, reasons, examples, figures that he has given to support that main point. They could be adjectives, adverbials in clauses to describe such expressions. At this junction, beautiful ones, I want you to pick up your textbook. We use here New Concept English and turn to page 101. Awa runs away. You may pause the video now and get your textbook ready. Oh, welcome back. Now that you're with your textbook and you are on page 101 on the topic Awa runs away, let's focus attention to paragraph 1. Awa peeped from behind the straw mat, which was the door of her mother's confine. The moon was a perfect ball, hanging inches above the leafy protrudes of the mango tree at the entrance of the compound. When Awa was younger, she used to try plucking the golden ball from the sky with a stick. That was a long time ago. She sighed. Life had changed suddenly. Her father had died unexpectedly, leaving his wives and children in a state of shock and confusion. I know before we finish reading the paragraph, you could have asked yourself the question, why should Awa peep from behind the straw mat, which was the door of her mother's confine? Could it be a memory lane reminder to remind herself all the things she used to do in that particular area? Oh, yes. So we could pick that as a topic sentence. Other reasons that will help us understand is that she makes a reminiscence and find out that, oh, this is where I used to stay. This is where I used to see those mangoes. I used to see them. Now she's looking. Why is she in this state? She has just lost her dad. It is very easy. I know you will be able to summarize and pay attention to paragraph 2 and 3. But you are not summarizing. What you are going to do now, pick your pen, write out the topic sentence of paragraph 2 and the topic sentence of paragraph 3. Remember what I told you earlier on. Read the passage, understand what is what before you conclude that this is a topic sentence. At this point in time, I want to tell you thank you and thank you and thank you for paying attention to this. Remember, you are owing the previous assignment. Ensure that you submit that along with the response of this you want to submit. As the Federal Ministry of Health will say, under the auspice of the NCDC, regular hand washing is important in this critical time. Wash your hands regularly, use hand sanitizer if you can, and stay blessed. It's your boy, J O E L.